Hello everybody and welcome to Sage's Plays Shadow Empire. I am now on the release build of the game that will come out probably in a couple of hours when this video goes live. And a couple of things have changed, nothing major for our campaign, a little bit of AI tweaking, but a thing that is neat, that is when you start a game right now, is that you start with a water mine already built, as we have an ice mine over here. And you also start with a pre-built farm, and that can be a dome farm or a xeno farm, or like we have a Terran farm. So yeah, that's pretty nice, and it might actually be... No, I don't think you get a metal mine as well. So because pretty much whatever you do every game, you have to deal with the fact that you don't have enough water and don't have enough food to maintain the troops that you have, especially when you start with one HQ army already built like we did. And I think this streamlines the game in the beginning a little bit. Also makes you a little bit stronger in the game, but I think this applies to all major factions, not the minor, only the major ones. So it's a little bit easier for the majors that way to take over the minors, but we didn't have much trouble taking over these two anyway so far. Alright, with that, let's go back into the game. I believe that we are at the end of our turn with most of our units having moved. There's still quite a lot of unrest in this city, but beyond that I think we're managing things pretty well. There's a war over here. Yeah. Alright, so let's go to the next turn, see how people react to us, so that we can move over here and take over the city of Siza. I'm also wondering what this front will do. Will they actually go and push up? I think we have a pretty good line over here with infantry. And defense is really strong in this game, so nothing really should be able to push through, especially since they are minor, don't have really good tech or anything like that. Say, if this was a major with attack advantage that perhaps has light tanks or something like that, then we'd be in trouble. We have absolutely nothing to go against tanks. We've got a fuel deposit in Montgomery. That's really nice. It's a really good way of actually motorizing our army later on in the game. 383 medals for free is also nothing to sneeze at. And yeah, we're expanding and we have a low-ish treasury. Let's take a look at our treasury and the cash flow. So we have 3 zones. All of our zones are integrated, which means that we levy an income tax, which is a 30% for our nation, which has different amounts of revenue. Of course, Austin is the one that has most of the development, therefore we'll see most of the tax coming in from there. Service tax is a little bit more even around all of them. And that leads us with incomes and expenses and everything like that, which is a total revenue of 132 and expenses of 121, which is, we're not gonna get rich from this, but it's absolutely fine. Yeah, nothing to complain about. We have quite some reserve pool members that get 1 credit in salary. That's a lot of our salary is going, our expenses are going to our leaders, and that's also because we have a relatively large reserve pool. Some credits are given to Austin for the recruitment bonus of new military units. That is probably our biggest expense in total. Oh no, it's the worker salary, of course. The recruitment is only 8. Yeah, the workers in Austin are our biggest expense, which, to be fair, is probably like not a bad thing. I do believe that that money is also pumped back into the private economy, with which they build things like they just finished a town customs, and these will increase your quality of life. See, the town customs provide 50 quality of life security, which will in the end increase our civilization score over here. We have 50 points from entertainment, which is divided by 3 is around 12 ish. I mean, It's not exactly like that, but I think that is close to how it works. It's somewhere around that. And soon, because the town customs just finished, we will also get a security points of 50, which will then lead to an entertainment score of 12-ish. Yeah, the quality of life points get divided by the civility level to arrive at the quality of life score, which will then increase our civilization score. So yeah, not bad at all. Alright, so over here they move back a little, which is good for us, which makes me actually want to advance a little bit on them as well. You can't move. I especially want to keep the road for supply reasons. And yeah, I think this should be a pretty decent line of defense. Let's see what decisions we have. We can get a new organization, which we actually might want to grab one. We do have a lot of people to fit in there. And riots in Montgomery. Yeah, that's not good. So, last time what we did was pretty much go for democracy, some meritocracy. How is Montgomery doing with the unrest? There's still 20, and that will tick down slowly because we don't have a military force in there slowing things down. Giving credits to them would be nice, but I don't think we can manage to get that much. We can sell some food. Let's see. We have food. Not that much food. Because I don't want to sell fuel or metal. And even if we sell literally all the food that we have, it's not enough. We will not be able to get at the 200, the 500 and something credits that we need for that. So I'm not gonna sell any food. And this is then not an option. It has been a bit since I played this campaign, so I need to check up. We have the advisor in Montgomery as well. That means that should we go for the rioters, we have 2 roles. Now the best one is the oratory role of the governor, probably. Oratory, it's 24. Oh no, it's probably then the advisor's role itself. Maybe. I actually don't know where the 26 is from. What will happen here is we will get some unrest. Some people will die in the riots, which is always a bad thing. But we'll also increase our meritocracy a bit, which then will be the bigger one in the end, since our autocracy is not pushing it down. And that means we'll not be able to get open politics, which is sad. But we get extra food from our workers when we get capable supervisors. Alright, yeah, because sending in the troops, increasing our autocracy, we don't have troops stationed there anyway, so that's not really an option. So we're gonna go with calm down the rioters by talking to them. It's gonna fail, because this is a fixed difficulty instead of some of the rolled ones that we've seen.
Yes, sir.
It's a critical failure even. So nobody died, but our unrest increased with 60%. And the Merchant Society leader, Hugo, got a little bit more happy with us. Alright. So Montgomery now has a huge unrest problem. We don't really have the recruits available to us right now to raise a completely new army there either. How's Austin doing? Yeah. I wish your militancy levels were a little bit higher. And our militia profile is pretty decent, but yeah. Let's take a look at the new organization. So, if we build a new organization, it will lead to us spending less points in our military and economic council, which might be fine. Our economic council gets 156 BP every turn, though, and that's good. That's pretty decent. With almost half of that going towards researching solar energy, and that gives us 34 research points. That's pretty decent. Yeah, we can, with the current amount of BP, we can definitely get a new organization. And then of course the question is, what do we want? Let's take a look at our technology. We are not really there besides automatic rifles with good unit technology. There are some types that we can research, and especially some light tanks become a lot more viable for us now. Also, the APC would make some really strong units. So with that, I'm thinking about a model design council. The staff council I don't think we need right now, since we don't really have many designs that would profit from getting more staff council stuff. I mean, large armies and stuff like that is cool, but we don't really have the manpower for that either. Secret Service, Applied Science Council. That's also an interesting one, because right now they wouldn't do that much. But radiation filters are almost done. We only need to find one more over here and then research those. So if the military council discovers any tech, it will be, well, it could be in chemistry actually. And that would make the Applied Science Council not really useful for a while. And even then, I don't think it's going to be that great for us. I mean, there are definitely techs in here that would help. But nothing really that I'm like, oh, we need that right now. If we don't get it soon, we'll be lagging behind. Foreign affairs is not really necessary, not doing any diplomacy, especially because we haven't met any major. Interior Council would be perhaps useful, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think I made up my mind. We're going to go with the Model Design Council. Give our units some assault rifles. Probably looking for some tanks and artillery and APCs and all the good stuff. Alright, let's move up with you over here. And I want to go towards the Basel pool over here for the hot baths, for a little bit more happiness of the population. There we go. And you should still be in supply. Especially when we do this. That means the road is pretty secure over there right now. How are the previews looking? Oh yeah, that's more than enough supply coming over there. There is also a transport hub over here. We don't really want to do anything with right now, but might be useful for later. Do we want to move any more over here? We could push you up actually. Probably wise. Like limit the line a little bit. You're another miner, which we don't have any struggles with. And I think I'm gonna put you over here. See, and I kind of freed up this unit now, which could help with the investment of Caesar. Because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. With you You combined will probably be strong enough to survive an attack. How many do we have here over here? It's the full what was it? Army? Battalion? I don't remember. A brigade, of course. Are we on replacements? Really good, actually. We have 5 replacements ready. Well, only 100 are requested. Alright. I think I'm gonna keep them in here for a bit to lower unrest. Because it's being reduced by 7 per turn because of the units in there. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, then the last thing that we need to do is how we want to spend these resources. We got the fuel over here, which is pretty good. It's on a road, so that makes it really easy to get supplies to there. And we just finished the industry over here, so that will help us out a lot as well. What I think I want to do... Yeah, because we don't have the ability to get bureaucratic officers here yet. Our civilization level is too low for that, and it's going to be low for a bit. I don't think we have bureaucratic officers over here yet, so let's build those. Yeah, for 100 industrial points, 200 metal, that should be easily done. Right, and then I think I want to expand this farm. We now have pretty much... Well, we don't have unlimited water, but we have a lot of water coming in. And we even have the ice mine should things become dire. So what we can do is expand this agricultural facility so that we can get a lot more food. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. It will require 2 machines. We have those. We have more than enough metal, and we have more than enough industrial points for that as well. Alright, then in the city over here, 4 rounds of this, we have more than enough resources for that. Will give us even more bureaucratic points and even some political bonus points, also really useful. So let's start building that. And then the last thing that I want to do, because then we're pretty much at the limit for this turn of, well, we have some leftovers, so probably we don't have enough metal production to actually do this, so that's not an option. Can upgrade the recycling plant to get some more rare metal production, but I don't think that's necessary. Truck station, we've just seen that the supply is absolutely fine as it is right now, so we don't need that. We could go for a university here and up the quality of life that way. Gives us a little bit of BP production as well. Well, no, bonus research point actually. No, yeah. BP in general. Training, bonus points. I'm not entirely sure what's what. Let's start with the university over here, and we'll see how we will fare with our resources in that way. Right, so let's end the turn, and we'll see if we have a capable leader for our new council. I mean, with 5 people, I do think we probably have somebody that should be good. So they moved into the city. They are consolidating over there. That's really nice. It means we can advance it a bit more. And I definitely have that unit free then. Some more attacks over here. Maybe we want to double up on them. But I kind of don't want to. Solar energy is researched. We discovered hydroponics. Research radiation filters. Alright. Policy speech. I'm gonna hold on for that one for a bit. I want to see whom we have for the Model Design Council. So they say the best person is over here. which is a cap 1, very democracy loving. But these are selected. You are the equality party, really not that great. We actually don't really have good leaders. I forgot about that. Do we have a strategy card? We can recruit a merc. That's about it. Alright, alright. We're gonna recruit a merc.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I don't know whom the merc actually was, because I didn't register whose name were everywhere. It needs to be this guy, because I think the rest was all cap 1. And now the Model Design Council isn't that important that I would say like, oh, we need the best person here ever. What it did do is press Haley Xenon into the selection that our leaders made of like, we would advise to get one of these. Because we can get one of these that were nominated by dismissing these people. But it will just upset pretty much everybody. Dismissing that person will just make that person unhappy, but it will also make the faction that they're belonging to unhappy. And we don't want that. Haley Xenon is not good, especially with a cap 1. It is very democracy loving, which is okay. We don't mind going with some democracy. The seniority rank is really low as well, but I am going to go with him. He's literally the best person for the job right now. None of them are going to improve very fast, so yeah.
Aye, sir.
Now, what do we want? Do we want to discover models, or do we want to design models? And I think right now the priority should definitely be in the discovering new models, such as the light tanks and the artillery, the APC and stuff like that. So we're gonna put a lot of effort in that and a little bit in designing. It will become more important when we unlock more through the discovery. And I do see us changing that in a couple of turns the other way around. But for now, this is fine.
Aye, aye, sir.
Now, what do we want to research over here? So we did unlock hydroponics, but I'm gonna go with Vidcom broadcasting. Because hydroponics we're not gonna use. And we do want to get more of that level of technology over there. Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna go with the padded Enviro suits, so we can upgrade our units with Enviro suits and with assault rifles when we get there.
Order acknowledged.
I think the research to this should be really quickly. If I remember correctly, we still have a lot of, research is by far the largest. So expect 2 turns or something like that. The cost of progress for the radiation filters was 0.8. Yeah, should be fine. So we're gonna wait with this for a bit. And for our policy speech, I think that going with the entertainment in our zones is the best, especially with Vidcom broadcasting coming up, because the rest is going to be tricky to do.
Sir, yes, sir.
And we don't mind democracy. We don't want to upgrade. And that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we are probably going to declare war over here. We're going to need to do something with the unrest over here. So that's going to be happening when we get a little bit more manpower. And yeah, we're going to move up everywhere. But that's it for this episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.